Now, for a topic, I want to bring you here. And I want you to get this in your spirit. No longer what I used to be. No longer what I used to be. I feel the presence of the Lord, and I feel the delivering spirit, a delivering spirit in this place. After this message on today, I pray that each and every one of us that's been dealing with the hardships of life over this past year, the things we've been going through, the things we've encountered, I pray that we're no longer what or where we used to be. Okay? Now, I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them this. Say, I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. It's powerful. Come on, get it in your spirit. Get it in your spirit. Now, if you've been here, I would say probably the last month, last 3 Sundays, something like that, Pastor's been speaking upon a new thing coming into the new year. And he says that this is the year of ownership. This is the year of ownership. How many of you want to own your own house, your own home? How many of you want to own your own business? What about your own cars? You notice I made that plural because you don't have to settle for just one. I want that Bentley. Who had that Bentley on their phone? You want? Hey, we can all have a Bentley. I'm not gonna be mad if you get one too. Like they say, you got to rejoice when your brothers and sisters get something. You got to rejoice with them. You got to bear their burdens with them. All right, amen. Now, in order for you to really receive that and get it in your spirit, some things that's happened to you over this past year, maybe even longer, maybe even 20 years ago, you have to be able to get over that thing. You have to be able to forgive whoever, whatever situation that happened. You have to not only forgive them, but you have to forgive yourself. You have to be able to move forward. The last I checked too, when you have the soldiers going through the wilderness or going through an end war, I don't see them, none of them going through the brush like this. You get what I'm saying? They always staying focused because as soon as you turn around, you don't know what's waiting on you right there. So you have to stay focused. Now, you remember the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where the angels came into the city and Lot approached them and they were just going to sleep out wherever. And Lot told him, he said, look, come to my house. I'll make you dinner. I'll wash your feet. I'll make you feel at home, basically. And I like that music. I like that in the background. And when the time had come, the angels warned them and let him and his family know. He told them, get your daughters, get your son-in-laws, and let them know that y'all must flee this city because it's filled. God is going to come through and destroy this place. Well, some of us are in that position where God is telling us to leave the things of the past. Y'all get what I'm saying? And we always tend to want to look back at what we had or what we done. It's something we miss. When you're in a bad relationship, the enemy will fix it to where when you leave that relationship, you finally made up in your mind you want to leave that relationship because it's no good for you. There's nothing positive in it. It's always it's harmful. There's always some violence in it. So you made up your mind you want to leave. Well, one night go by, 2 nights go by, 3 nights go by. You remembered you left something. Well, that's just the enemy trying to get you to go back. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what you left probably wasn't even all that important. It probably was something as cheap as, I don't know. It was just cheap. Why you want to go back? Well, if you really think about it, it was a stronghold that was there. And it was something that was wanting to bring you back. All the enemy wanted was to get you back face to face with whatever you left. And when that happens, you begin to just, you throw away your future. You throw away your future for one because you didn't turn back around. And you didn't went right back to the same old mess that you was dealing with. Now, on the way out of this city, the angels have warned them, get away. Just when you leave, do not look back. Well, Lot's wife felt like she must have left something. Or either that or she was just being nosy. But I'm sure she's seen fire before. Now, what possessed her to get almost to where she was going, almost to her destination, and want to turn and look back? Now, we all know what happened when she turned around and looked back. But do she really know what she done? Because not only did she turn into a pillar of salt, but she hurt her husband. She hurt her family. I could not imagine my wife and getting some instructions from God and my wife just turn around and then now she just stuck there. I couldn't imagine it. It would hurt me on the inside. Now, it didn't only hinder her future, but it hindered his also. Because now he has to go on by himself and try to get to where he's going, but this is constantly on his mind. Now, we all want to get to the prize. We all want to get to the prize. We all want to make it to heaven. We all want to put things that's in our way. We want to make it easy and move those things out of the way, or allow God to move those things out of the way. But then there's something along the way while we were traveling that we missed, and we decide that we want to look back. It's so hard. It's so hard. But you can't let the enemy get in your way and put stumbling blocks up everywhere. Now, where I'm from, when you played sports in high school, you had to participate on the track team. How many track stars we have in here? Show of hands, show of hands. Golly, none of y'all ran? All right, well, I'm going to give you a little insight. When a runner is preparing for a race, or specifically the short distances, your 100 meters, your 100 yards. Now, I don't know about the long distance. I never did that too much. Didn't have enough wind for all of that. 2 miles, 3 miles, no, that's not me. Just give me the short distance. So the golden rule of racing is you never look back. Because when you look back, it slows you down. Not only that, these lanes are like maybe that wide, 2 feet wide, maybe 2.5 feet. When you look back, you get steered off the path that you're on. You cannot stay straight because you're turning back and looking back. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Now, on the other hand, the relay team, the 4x100, if you notice, these guys spend preparation when they're running. They run around the track at a real slow pace, just practicing. And what they do is, the one that's in back that has the baton, the initial person that's in back, when he has that baton, the other guy don't that's going to be receiving the baton, when he says reach, he don't turn around like this to receive that baton. But what he does is he prepare himself to make it easy for himself to receive it and the runner passing it to give it. So he says reach, and he bends over a little and he throws his hands up real high, and it makes it real easy. So he just passed that baton right in his hand. Okay, now when the day actually comes for that race, and this is gonna mess y'all up, when the day actually comes for that race, what they have to do, they have to pretty much practice at full speed. So it's kind of hard when this guy's coming at you full speed to let him get so close up on you and then take off running and then try to turn around and receive this baton, because you risk getting out of the path. Not only that, you risk him coming full speed, running you over. All right, now this is where it gets good. The runner that's waiting on the baton, he's like this, he's looking the whole time. Well, from their preparation, he's already set a mark back there. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Now, when that runner gets to that mark, no questions asked. He don't guess in his head, did he make the mark, or did he step in front of it? He don't contemplate on what just happened. Okay, but he takes off at a full sprint, and he's building speed. But as this runner is approaching him, he says reach, and that runner just throws his hand up. Never do he look back. You understand what I'm saying? Now, where I was saying it's gonna mess you up is the trust. The trust that these runners have to have with each other. The one that's running trusts that he's gonna see when he hit the mark, and he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. The one that's receiving trusts that this guy is, the mark was right. When he says reach, he's gonna throw his hand up, and he's gonna trust that he puts it in his hand safely where he can grab it and take it and run. Never did he look back. Never did he look back. Now, if we all trust in God the same way as the runner, never should we have to look back on what happened this past year. I don't care if your sister cussed you out, Lord and the dog in Walmart. You know, everybody shop at Walmart. You have to be able to get over that. If God is saying this is the year of ownership, how you going to receive your business if you worried about some old business? You have to clean out your mind and be ready to receive what God has for you.